She been down since the jellies and the bobos. Now me stepping out the Jeep, got my nullos. When we pull up to the scene, they be filled with jealousy. If a finicky, she gon' bring the phone with the tea like. Guess what? All the rich boys wanna on us. I just end up, you could look, don't touch. And I'm back busting bands every time we link up.
That my best friend, she a real bad, got her own money. She don't need no on the dance floor. She had 2, 3, now she twerking. She throw it out and come back in.
That's my best friend.
A quick peek into the locker room as the players get set for the game ahead. Looking to make a big splash here tonight. We welcome you from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Welcome to the New Year's Eve festivities here on 2K Sports. We're ready to bring the year to a close in style. This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter. Allie, it's all yours.
Well, guys, Paul George heard the critics. He said the only way I could respond was to get better, to come back with a vengeance. I didn't like that people saw weakness. I had to answer that, and it fueled me. I wanted to come back and be myself again. Brian?
Well, he's playing at a tremendous level, Allie. Thanks for that. Now let's take a look at the rookie rankings. As we hit the halfway mark in the regular season, here's who has taken the lead in the Rookie of the Year race. Well, you look at Barnes, a fantastic start to his NBA career. Third in the Rookie of the Year race. This guy should be a special player for a very long time.
And I credit his character and his confidence for getting him to that third spot in the Rookie of the Year rankings.
Well, let's be real. The getting to know you phase is over. So I'm interested to see if opponents start to figure him out in the second half of this year.
Now the opening lineup for the Los Angeles Clippers. Morris, the power forward, with Ibaka patrolling the paint. Beverly and George make up the backcourt, and it's man in at small forward. And for Toronto, we've got OG Anunoby. Kim Birch is out there with Thaddeus Young. Then there's Malachi Flynn, and it's Mikhailuk in at the shooting guard position. And celebrating New Year's Eve with a little basketball. Grant, what better way to do it, huh?
I agree. Basketball, New Year's Eve, get a chance to play, hopefully get a win, and then you can have a little minor celebration afterwards.
Well, I'll tell you this, if the defense collapses, if it makes a mistake momentarily, Beverly has the kind of basketball IQ to take advantage.
The ball's knocked loose. And the ball out of play. The Raptors will have it. Here's Mikhailuk. Pass to Flynn. This one for three. It's rebounded by Ibaka. Here's man. Anunoby covering. Stolen. Birch the pass to Anunoby. Here's Flynn. The three ball. Now here's Young. Ibaka with a steal. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. And George with the jam.
This is how athletic Paul George is, an absolute monster around the rim.
Pass to Young. Inside. Here's Flynn. Beverly defending. Here's Mikhailuk. Drills it from deep.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
It's all about mindset out of the gate. If you're aggressive and they give you room, go ahead, let it fly. You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Here's Young. They get it back. Tries again. Gets another look. And the basket by Mikhailuk. He's got 5.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
George with another miss.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Pass to Flynn. Lets the three fly. And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it. And coach is sure it should be going the other way. He's challenging the out-of-bounds violation.
And depending on the ref's angle, an out-of-bounds violation is an easy call to get wrong. It's a great reason to have replay, a call that's easy and quick to confirm on the monitor.
Yeah, it's one of the main reasons the coach's challenge is in place. This isn't a judgment call. There's usually pretty clear and conclusive evidence on an out-of-bounds call. And the ruling has been made. They're going to uphold the original call on the out-of-bounds violation.
And as a coach, it stings to lose a timeout on a failed challenge, but it's a risk worth taking to make absolutely sure that you're not going to lose a possession on a blown call. And with the offense reeling, coach has to get these guys on the same page.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
And right here on the 2K leaderboard, the best rebounding teams of the past 10 games. Number 1, the Raptors.
And over the last 10 games, this team has brought it to the glass. Everyone is getting involved and trying to help one another secure boards.
George has the open look. Hits it from the high post. George has got his second basket of the game.
There's a rhythm with which Paul George plays the game of basketball. That pace is so important. Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Beverly outside. Ibaka the pass to George. And again, it's the Clippers.
Yeah, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Ibaka, he's open. And there's another one for the Clippers.
So you can see Patrick Beverly lifting his team with his ability to find an open teammate. Pretty pass. Boy, Serge Ibaka has had a lot of roles over the course of what is now a long NBA career. Certainly, he is a guy who can still pick his spots and be very effective.
And so here are the Clippers. After the basket by Toronto. Yep, that one goes. Ibaka's got 6.
Well, you love Serge Ibaka's shot selection, especially inside where he's so efficient.
Birch. It's not going to go for him, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way. And with Ibaka and his age, as you said, he knows when to pick his spots.
And that's what you come to expect from veterans, right? You can't go all out all the time. Ibaka and others know how to dial it up when it's necessary.
That's 2 points they should have had. I'm sure he'd love to get that look again.
Pass to George. The 3. Got it. Makes him 4 for 6 from the floor.
Well, the 3 ball has become one of the best attributes that Paul George brings to the table. Great form, great touch.
Here's Flynn. And an Obi for 3. Sinks it. What range from downtown. 5 points in the game.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities. Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Here's Mikhailuk. Offensive rebound. And that one's good. Young.
The prototypical, I will do every piece of dirty work you have. Thad Young doing a nice job taking it off the window and scoring.
Now here's George. He's got 9. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
Here's Birch. He's looking good. 2 buckets and 3 attempts.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Pass to man. Now George. Wide open. And again, it's the Clippers.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
They grab their own miss. And Burke slams it in. Well, it's certainly been a roller coaster ride.
You do me one, I'll do you one better. It feels like we have a lead change every few possessions.
And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Well, this is the area of the floor where Marcus Morris can be a problem because of that frame in that game. Look out, gentlemen.
And it's Birch missing.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
George outside. Oh, swiped away. And there's Young. That's good. On the assist by Birch. Young's got 6.
Scoring well this quarter, picking up steam as he goes.
And again, it's the Clippers converting.
Really good job anticipating the rise and fire off the catch. Go ahead, Marcus Morris.
And Toronto calls time here. They're coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Defensively, they weren't up to the task. Didn't play as a cohesive unit, and it really hurt them.
You cannot allow your opponent to shoot that high a percentage. That is going to get you beat night after night.
And the Raptors with some changes. Achua's checked in for Birch. Boucher comes in for Young. And it's Barnes in for Anunoby. Here's Flynn. Checked by Rondo. The 3 from Barnes. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. George outside.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers.
First team foul. Clippers substitution. Luke Kennard.
Toronto on D. They trail by 1. Rondo gets the bucket.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
Barnes against George. Boucher left side. Outside Barnes. Shoots over George. They get the rebound. Boucher. Oh, misses the dunk.
Come on. If you're going to go for the crazy dunk, you better finish it.
Kennard has the open look. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
Paul George.
George has got 3 assists now in this one. Pass to Boucher. Here's Mikhailuk from deep. Gets the 3 to fall. Give him 8.
Too much space on the perimeter. There needs to be a little more energy from the defense.
And Rondo, here we go. And he converts the layup.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that simply stated a terrific play.
Now here's Barnes. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Philadelphia.
And his passing was simply amazing. A lot of fun to watch.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Achua against Zubats. Pass to George. Uncovered. Again, the Clippers score.
And when Paul George has this kind of rhythm and pace to his game, you simply want the ball in his hands as much as possible.
Here's Barnes. The shot, no good. And Los Angeles the other way now. This game against Toronto here, it's their first look at the Raptors.
They dominated this team last season. Big difference in talent level. And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Here's Barnes. After the Clippers picking up a basket just a moment ago. Achua gets the bucket.
Good things come to those who hustle. He creates the second chance opportunity.
Los Angeles has gone 1 for 3 from outside so far in this game. To the middle. A nice shot by Zubats. And the Clippers lead by 5.
Strong pass there to set up the basket.
Puts one up from 19. Toronto the rebound. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
They've been so active on the offensive glass. Those second chance points have really come in bunches.
Pass to Zubac. Now here's George. He's got 13. There's the three. And it's Boucher with the rebound. Toronto has gone 4 of 8 from outside in this first quarter. Here's Barnes. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Clippers.
So far, guys, they've done a fantastic job finding the open man and getting some easy buckets.
There's something else they've done right from the get-go tonight is run. So much of their offense coming on the fast break.
Watanabe's checked in for Achua. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Winslow's checked in for George. Now here's Rondo. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody. Here's Mikhailuk. In his last outing, 16 points for him. Boucher. Basket's good.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
The Clippers in the lead. Pass to Rondo. Rebounded by Flynn.
Well, he did everything right till he got to the rim. He needs to finish that.
Here's Barnes. Lays it up and banks it in. Barnes has got 7 points in the game. Oh, man, this has been an absolute battle in the first half.
Each team trying to establish itself. The lead just keeps going back and forth.
Now here's Kennard. Zubac. Oh, good D by Boucher.
And they've come out with a fearless approach on the boards.
And he drives in. And the basket by Mikhailuk.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
To the inside. Here's Kennard. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
And the Raptors making a change here. And Anunoby's checked in. Both shots good from the strike. 56 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Flynn. Back to Watanabe. The three. And the Raptors, another 3.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
The Clippers trail. And here is Winslow. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Kicks it out to Kennard. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Watanabe. In his last outing, he had 11 points.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
And both teams already firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, this is already a high-scoring game, but we knew that was a possibility coming into this one.
Chris Boucher. That's his first personal foul. 13 foul. At the line for the Clippers, Ivica Zubac. At the line for 2.
First one falls for him. And Zubac drops them both. Here's Flynn. We saw him with 29 points in his last game. Shoots over Rondo. And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Clippers ahead, leading by 1. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. And for Rajon Rondo, titles won in Boston and also L.A. But he said now it means a little more.
Just having my son witness the opportunity of me winning at a later age in my career. I won when I was 21, but coming full circle many, many moons later, you know, my son's 9 now at the time, so he was able to witness me win a championship, and that's probably the greatest feeling I've ever had in basketball.
Well, the reality is, Grant, all players' families sacrifice too, don't they?
They really do, B.A. I mean, all those road trips and time spent apart. I mean, when you win, it's a victory for everyone who has helped you get there.
With you, six.
Let's get you back to the action on the floor as the New Year's Eve festivities continue. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers guys.
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
Yuta Watanabe out there with OG Anunoby. Then there's Malachi Flynn. Then it's Chris Boucher. And it's Barnes in at the 2. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Barnes against Kennard. Oh, stolen by Anunoby. Here's the break with a 9-footer. Anunoby. Great positioning on the putback. Now it's a 3-point Toronto lead. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Raptors.
They've come out in full attack mode defensively, applying pressure and stealing it away repeatedly.
They've shown some real tenacity on the boards, and it's turned into a lot of second-chance points.
They get it again. Good on the shot. Zubac has got 8 points.
This guy is just working his tail off on the boards. You love the effort, love the energy.
Here's Barnes, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Well, not exactly one of those big, early power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Sends it home from 3-point land.
He kept his cool despite the double team and finds the open man.
Outside Barnes. Lets it go from deep. The Clippers grab the miss. A tough loss coming against Boston in their last game.
It was poor efficiency scoring the ball. They needed too many attempts to get their points.
I think it was a lot of bad decisions leading to a lot of poor looks. Patience was not their best quality in that basketball game.
And the three-pointer gaining prominence. Grant, that shot wasn't a big part of your game until later in your career. Why was that something you waited to develop?
Well, over the years, the game had changed during my career. Early on, I didn't need it as much in terms of how I played. But at the end of my career, in more of a complementary role, I had to be able to knock down three-pointers. And I did a pretty good job.
What you see is continued improvement in his ability to create for others. Great to see OG Anunoby make the open read.
Now here's Beverly. He's coming off a 19-point game against Boston.
And guys, he was also huge on defense, turning away 2 shots and altering countless more.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
The Clippers making a switch here. Mann's checked in. Toronto's gotten 6 of 11 threes to go in this game. Here's Watanabe. The quick look, no good that time. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. Beverly against Birch. And Beverly gets it to go.
Now this guy's ability to attack and be aggressive. Patrick Beverly in the painted area.
Anunoby finds Young. Here's Watanabe. Here's Flynn. Right wing. Anunoby on the wing. Beverly defending. Fires in the triple. Watanabe's got 9.
Picking up right where he left off. Hit 2 triples in the first quarter. Now he gets another to fall.
Anunoby against Beverly. Outside. Rondo. Here's Mann. That one's wide left.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Anunoby. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. They'll pin that one on Serge Ibaka.
OG Anunoby is tremendously athletic, and when he plays with this level of aggression, it's hard not to foul him.
Paul George, he's checked in for Rondo. Both free throws good from Anunoby. Los Angeles has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. Beverly, the pass to Ibaka. He's guarded by Birch. The offensive rebound.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Anunoby for 3. It's hauled in by Beverly.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And again, no good by the Clippers. Toronto has gone 7 of 14 from the perimeter in this one. Back to Birch. Fires the 3. They get it back. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
He's guarded by Birch. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Marcus Morris has proven that he can be effective in any system in the NBA. Understands his role as a stretch 4.
Achua's checked in for Toronto. Mikhailuk comes in for Anunoby. Here's Young. And Young slams it in.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Achua with the rebound. The Raptors with a lead. To the wing on the left. And the basket by Mikhailuk. 13 points in the game.
They're beginning to take control now, and this could be a crucial point in the game.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher, and his coach knows that too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And when you cut through everything else, Doris, at the end of the day, Beverly is a solid defender.
And I'd say even more than that. He is tenacious. He puts tremendous pressure on ball handlers. He is competitively tough. He will talk a little trash. No space, no rest, no room for error if you're looking opposite Patrick Beverly.
Ibaka with a steal. Up top, George. He's got 17. Got it. And now just a 1-point Raptor lead.
There's a real knack for understanding when a guy is uncovered, and Paul George's court awareness on display right there. Beautiful.
And we're going to have a jump ball. And the Clippers have possession. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from downtown here in the second. Shot from the mid-range and misses it off the right side of the rim. Toronto has gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. Here's Watanabe. Off the mark there with a 3. Stolen by Young. Over to the left wing. Pass to Watanabe to the left wing. Here's Flynn. Off target from 3-point range.
And just unable to get anything going tonight. I mean, his teammates have really bailed him out.
And they take the lead. Man's got his first basket.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Here's Flynn. Beverly defending. Here's Watanabe. Back to Flynn. Out to the right wing. Mikhailuk. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries. Oh, man, this has been an absolute battle in the first half.
Each team trying to establish itself. The lead just keeps going back and forth.
George's shot is good.
I just love the ball movement.
Toronto calls timeout.
Boy, it's hard not to think about Paul George and what many consider to be that devastating leg injury he suffered. There were people who doubted whether he could come back, and now stronger than ever.
look at how All-Star voting is going thus far.
And so much fun to see the tallies start to come in. See how things start to look.
Well, you look at George. He's fourth in the West in terms of All-Star voting. If the game was today, he'd be starting.
And that's how it should be. His play has been All-Star starter caliber.
And what a night it'll be. We'll keep you updated on the latest results during voting. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Young. A chance to check out the Los Angeles Clippers' upcoming schedule. On Saturday, they'll be facing Kevin Durant and the Brooklyn Nets. Then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And that game against Memphis, that's a game where you'd be surprised to see them lose. They'd have to have a really off night for them to get upset there.
Third foul of the half, and that's the risk you take, leaving him out there.
14 foul.
Here's Beverly. And there's the drive. Gets it to go. Makes him 2 for 5.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Left side Young. To the left side wing. Here's Mikhailuk. Kept alive. And Young gets it to go. Young's got 6 points in the quarter.
You can see how comfortable Thad Young is. Give him the ball. Let him go into attack mode.
And it's Beverly on the drive. And Young with the block. Achua passes to Young. Down low. Beverly with a steal. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. Here's George. And buries the jumper to finish off the break. George has got 22.
And from the mid-range area, they've been the more effective team.
Achua finds Young. Here's Mikhailuk. No good on the 3. Los Angeles has gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. And that one's good, man. And now it's a 6-point Los Angeles lead. The Raptors shooting at a 48% clip from the floor. Pass to Watanabe. Back to Flynn. Beverly with a steal. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Count it. Beverly's got 6 points.
The active hands in anticipation. Patrick Beverly doing Patrick Beverly-like things.
Here's Flynn. Beverly defending. Puts up a 3. The shot by Mikhailuk, no good. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 from the three-point line in the second. And the jam by George.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Pass to Watanabe. Here's Flynn. Here's Achua. Soft touch off the glass.
What an effective, efficient offensive possession. They'd love to get that shot every trip down the floor.
They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, BA. Keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. Raptors with some changes. Boucher's checked in for Young, and it's Barnes in for Watanabe. The Clippers making a switch here from the inbound. And the jam by George.
You know, Paul George is an exceptional athlete and demonstrating his insane dunking skills there. Get this guy in the dunk competition.
On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew. Now here's Beverly. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game. Now let's check out the Western Conference standings and see how they look here in December. Taking a look at the Clippers, they've been outstanding halfway through this season, looking cohesive and playing for one another.
When I look at the Clippers, I recall them having a lot of naysayers at the start of the season, but now they may not have any. This team is ready for a deep playoff run.
Well, this is their goal. There's no doubt about that. For what many expected of them so far, they have not disappointed.
Launches a 3. Oh, that bucket gives him his 7th field goal in 12 tries.
And now he's dropped 2 3-pointers in each quarter.
Los Angeles has gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. George. Achua with some nice D. Toronto shooting about 45% during the second quarter. Mikhailuk. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
And he's single-handedly trying to keep them alive. Terrific scoring quarter. Will it be enough, though?
Now here's George. Defense right on him. Outside Winslow. Here's the three. Achua with the rebound. Achua's got his 5th rebound in this one. Right at the free throw line. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
Pass to Batum. Lots of room. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Batum's got 4 points in the quarter. Toronto trailing to the paint. Intercepted. Winslow with the ball. He's picked up by Barnes. To the inside. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Patrick Beverley is the kind of competitor every team wants. Gets himself a trip to the free throw line.
Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. So he gets them both. Toronto shooting at 49% so far in the game. Achua finds Barnes. Boucher, left side. Pass to Flynn. Here's Mikhailuk from outside the arc. And the Raptors, another 3.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Here's Batum. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. Got a hand on it. Back to Kennard. Clock at 6. Kennard on the wing. Oh, persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Kennard's got 14 points.
And you have to appreciate the heart they've shown on the offensive boards this quarter.
It's Barnes on the wing. Over Winslow. Offensive board. Achua. And he battles for the ball. Gets the second chance bucket. Achua's got his 3rd basket on the night right there. Paul George, he's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for the Los Angeles Clippers, totaling 26 points and showing no signs of letting up anytime soon. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Thanks, guys. Alongside Ty Lue and Coach, what's the focal point for this team as you approach the second half?
Just playing hard, first of all, and then playing with pace offensively. I've been doing a good job of getting to the basket. And then defensively, there's some time to work things out, but they've been pretty good.
Pace so critical to your team's success this year. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks very much, Allie. And, folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He ended up with 26 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, they made a concerted effort to get out on the fast break. Dunks, alley-oops, run the lanes at every opportunity, wearing the defense down.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Toronto?
They did some good things, but not enough. They need to start being more assertive. Go harder to the rim. Generate some free throw opportunities at the very least. Do something.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Paul George has been sensational.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far, unstoppable.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through The first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Checking out the group for Ty Lue to start the second half. Beverly and George make up the backcourt. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's man in at the three. Small forward. Achua can't hit.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Nails it from three. George has got 29 points.
Now, Paul George is a phenomenal catch-and-shoot guy. Measures the shot before receiving the pass. It's hard to guard.
Pass to Mikhailuk for three. And again, no good by Toronto.
Well, I guarantee you this is not what they talked about in the locker room. 0 for 3 and looking lost.
Great open look there. And now it's an 8-point Clipper lead.
This team looks so focused out there trying to increase their lead.
You know, they can make things much easier on themselves in the fourth if they just have a few more possessions like that. Well, their first basket in 4 tries. Can that trigger a little bit of good shooting here? We'll find out.
Los Angeles has gotten 6 of 11 threes to go in this game. George passes to Beverly. They double him with Achua. George for three. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
And I'm sure this isn't how they drew it up at the half. Only 1 for 5 here in the third quarter.
Tipped away, and he stays with it.
Hard work on the glass gives them back the ball, and they get to milk a little clock here.
Here's Mikhailuk. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there. Couldn't get it to go.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
And this kind of six slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show.
This has been a running theme for him. Hit a number of threes in the first half, now nails another.
Offensive rebound. Tries yet again. The shot that time not on target.
One thing they've done well tonight, and that's rebounding.
Achua with the dunk.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Beverly for three. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Hey, Beverly's got 11.
Patrick Beverly has turned himself into a willing and capable three-point shooter. Pretty.
And Burke slams it in.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Here's Beverly. That shot is off. Achua with some nice D.
And they've been able to maintain this lead despite his inconsistency from the field.
Takes the three. And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it. Barnes, he's checked in for Toronto. Ibaka, he's checked in for the Clippers. Rondo comes in for Beverly. And we've got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
Left side, Rondo laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Rondo, he's gotten his third basket of the night.
It doesn't get any easier than that. The defense has to play better.
There's the block.
Well, Marcus Morris, the frame and the length for block shots, that's pretty.
Watanabe's checked in for Achua. The Clippers have gone 6 for 9 in the half. Outside, Rondo. It's George on the wing. Oh, and another three for the Clippers.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
And with Paul George, Grant, you know what he delivers. Very consistent in what he'll bring to each game.
I mean, the scoring is always going to be there. But his defense doesn't take a night off either. I mean, very nice and consistent production from him.
Now here's Rondo. 12-point lead, their biggest of the game.
Well, it's 6'9" with good athleticism. Dunking, not a problem for Mr. Morris. Give him some space, and he makes you pay.
Pass to Watanabe to end the run. They get it back. Barnes with it. The three is up. Watanabe's shot is good. Watanabe's got 12.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the three. It's really that simple, guys.
Raptors foul.
The Raptors making a switch here. Young's checked in.
Second team foul. Now into the lineup for your Raptors, Thaddeus Young.
Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. He's got 16.
It's really clear to me that Marcus Morris has an unshakable belief in his ability to score at will.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
The three from Barnes. He can't hit that time. So the Clippers will take it the other way. The drive by man. Pass to Ibaka. Uses the glass on the layup. And the Clippers lead by 16.
He drops yet another dime. Just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Down low. Kicks it out to Barnes. There's the triple. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Ibaka's got rebound number 7 tonight. Here's George. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Well, you love his effort level, right? Particularly when it's winning time. He is going for the finish.
And the Raptors call time here.
And you look at Serge Ibaka's defense. I mean, still solid overall. Not the rim protector, though, that he once was.
The Clippers making a switch here. Batum's checked in. A difficult situation for Toronto. And you know, Grant, with Ibaka on defense, for a while he was one of the best shot blockers in the league.
I mean, he still changes shots, just doesn't block them. He's also more disciplined on leaving his feet. I mean, he can still turn a few shots away every so often.
A chance to get a quick injury report.
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for Toronto let me know the status, and it seems to be a sprained ankle. They're trying to control the pain and the swelling right now. As we approach and enter the midway point of the season, interesting to see just how this impacts them in the standings.
Well, and Ali, it appears that he needs some work done before he comes back to this one.
And we all know that if it's something he can play through, he'll be back, no doubt.
George with the bucket. George has got 41.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Unfortunately for them, they're reeling at this point.
So true. Very little going their way right now at either end of the floor.
Well, after netting one in the first half, that's the second deep ball to go down for this guy.
George with it. He's picked up by Barnes. The Raptors shooting only 30% in the third quarter. Pass to Anunoby. Beyond the arc. And the Raptors, another three.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Here's Mann to the middle. Here's Ibaka. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp, crisp passing.
Back to Flynn. And here's Barnes. The three is up.
Come on.
Pass to Flynn. From downtown. Barnes, no good. And for the Clippers, they're shooting at around 66%. They're on fire. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. George has got 44.
His big night continues. He is fueling this lead.
Now Birch. Outside Anunoby. The three from Barnes. Rebounded by Rondo.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
Ibaka, good.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Well, the Raptors shooting at about 44% so far. Barnes goes in. Young, the pass to Birch. Back to Flynn to halt the run. It's rebounded by Ibaka. Ibaka's got his 8th rebound here tonight. For 3. Here's Batum. And another shot. Toronto grabs the miss. Anunoby's got 4 rebounds in the game. Young with it, guarded now by George. Throws it down despite a man right in his face. Opportunity here to make it a 3-point play.
Well, Thaddeus Young is a team-first guy, and if he sees an opportunity to get a teammate a shot, he will deliver it.
Boucher's checked in for Toronto. Wenslow's checked in for the Clippers. Kennard comes in for George. Pass to Ibaka. Here's Kennard. Connects from downtown. Kennard's got 17 points.
Boy, Ibaka is such a great teammate. This guy is always willing to find the open man.
Boucher with it. The 3 from Barnes. Drops in the 3. Barnes has got 21 points in the game.
Challenging this D with the 3 ball. That's his 2nd from distance this half. And he also hit one in the first half, too.
Inside, Ibaka. And the jam by Ibaka.
And how about Ibaka getting off the floor for that dunk? What a great finish.
And finished off by Boucher.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today. Now the Clippers with it. Now Winslow. Oh, what a play. It's snatched out of the air. Credit the block. Pass to Flynn. Now here's Boucher. That's Ibaka defending. Back to Boucher. Let's go with a 3. And the Raptors, another 3.
The three-pointer becomes a very high percentage shot when he's that wide open. You better get a hand in his face.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. Mikhailuk's checked in for Barnes. Zubats, he's checked in for the Clippers. Beverly comes in for Rondo. There's a minute 47 left in the 3rd. Boucher with a double team. Pass to Batum. Here's Kennard. Counted from distance. Kennard's got 6 here in the quarter.
I am simply blown away by his accuracy. He has made every shot, and what's most important, his team is winning.
Anunoby can't get it to go.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense.
Here's Batum. Kicks it out to Kennard. Pure from 3-point range. Kennard's got 9 points here in the second half.
Boy, the bucket's been 5 feet wide for him. He's dropping everything in.
Here's Mikhailuk. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And for the Clippers, they're shooting 64% for the game. Amazing. And it's slammed in by Zubats.
BA, the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that.
He sneaks in off the baseline, then elevates for a sick reverse jam.
Man, that was so pretty. Athletic basketball with a little showmanship mixed in. Now here's Beverly. 11 points in the game. Boucher with a double team. No one near him. That shot off the mark. And it's Toronto taking it the other way. And at home for the next game, it'll be New York pulling in to face them. And that's the 3rd game out of 4 at home for them. And Anunoby gets it to go.
This is where OG Anunoby is going to grow. That offensive game will expand to the mid-range.
And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, BA. Not sure what got into him.
The Raptors making a switch here. Watanabe's checked in.
Utah, Watanabe.
Winslow with the ball. 12 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Shot clock at 5. A nice shot by Zubats. Zubats has got 12.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And 3 quarters of play in the books. This one's all but over already. The Clippers on top, just dominating this one. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. We've got OG Anunoby. He's out there with Chris Boucher. Yuta Watanabe out there with Malachi Flynn. And it's Mikhailuk in at the 2 guard. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. And that one's good. He's got 21.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
Poke loose. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession. For the Clippers, Oturu comes in for Zubats. And Farrell is subbed in for Beverly. Here's Farrell. Down low. It's blocked. Here's Gillespie. Kennard with the rebound. The Clippers have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. Here's Oturu. And he banks in the layup.
How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Pass to Gillespie. Here's Watanabe. Fires for 3. Can't get it to drop. A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone now. And they'll get another chance. From deep 3-point range. Toronto grabs the miss. Here's Flynn. And yep, it's good. Here's Farrell. Outside Winslow. From deep. That shot off.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
Such a wide open look.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
The Clippers have gone 2 for 7 from the field here in the 4th. Not great. And again, no good by the Clippers. The Raptors shooting the rock well at 46%. And the layup is good off the glass.
Well, the defense wants to keep the ball out of that area. Why? Because if it gets in there, most players are going to finish.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Kennard. So both teams making some changes here. The Raptors have gone 3 of 5 since this 4th quarter started. Flynn on the attack to the middle. Achua with the dunk.
There's not a ton of time left, but they're still in the game.
The Clippers call timeout.
Malachi Flynn with the assist. Timeout call. Clippers.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. And they got called for a 5-second violation.
And you know, guys, in the first half, he was a lot more focused. Maybe he's feeling the heat of the defense a bit more here in the second.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. And he lobs it up top. Ibaka with a steal. From deep three-point range. Achua with the rebound. Achua's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Boucher. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on Morris. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
When they've had a chance to attack the basket at any point in this game, they've taken it.
And they've consistently drilled that mid-range jumper as well, and that's really opened things up for them.
From deep, Clippers keep it alive.
You can add another offensive rebound to the tally. Just one of the areas where they're taking them to the task. We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line. Boy, as we reach the latter stages, he's been in a ridiculous groove. They simply can't get over the hump.
We get it again. To the paint. Ibaka for 3. No luck on that one. And Toronto will go the other way with it. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Back to Flynn. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. They recover it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Mikhailuk driving to the basket. Banked it in off the glass. He's got 34.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
Rondo's shot is off. Here's Toronto with the ball. They're rolling here with a 15-point run. Here's Watanabe. To the inside. And finished off by Boucher.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. Well, Los Angeles shooting has been great. 57% and finding ways to score consistently. From deep three-point range, Toronto grabs the miss. Boucher's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Flynn. And off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him. Flynn's got 8 points here in the quarter.
I'll tell you, you have got to have a short memory. You put a poor first half behind you, and you get to work here in the second.
This has not been his best quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Fires the 3. Toronto the rebound.
Big rebound and a smart play to kick it right out. They want to use as much time as possible here.
Achua. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
Barnes, he's checked in for Toronto. George, he's checked in for the Clippers. That one's no good. The Clippers in the lead. Here's Rondo. Oh, that one's off. Still out of sync. Toronto's gotten 1 of 3 to fall from downtown here in the fourth. Here's Flynn. Three-pointer, no good. So it's the Clippers now. Ibaka for 3. Barnes with the rebound. Here's Mikhailuk. Cans it from short range.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regroup. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
Birch, he's checked in for Achua.
Ken Birch.
Oh, this has been a really nice stretch for them.
Yeah, they really are taking advantage of these opportunities that are given.
Here's Birch. Ooh, great D that time from Ibaka. Birch has gotten just 4 of his 10 shots to fall here. Barnes with the rebound. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by George. George has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Mann. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Birch has got 11 rebounds in the game. Now here's Barnes. To the paint. Here's Boucher. And finished off by Boucher.
Credit the hard work coming back. They're doing their best to steal this game.
They're showing so much passion and determination here at the end. They're close to the lead, but still have plenty of work left to do.
I don't know what he was thinking. Maybe settling a score with his coach?
Well, that is inexcusable. That kind of shot selection won't do them any good.
Flynn's shot is off. The Clippers shooting 53%. Good efficiency on offense so far. From behind the arc. Rebounded by Birch. Toronto trailing. Outside Barnes. Over to the wing. Here's Flynn. Hits a three-pointer.
Oh, massive three-point shot. I mean, you can tell he wants to step up for his team in crunch time.
Yeah, when he gets going, he adds another dimension to their offense that can make a huge difference when the game's on the line.
Down low. Here's Birch. And Birch slams it in. That gives him a double-double.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, VA.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Inside to take the lead, and the layup is good. And the Raptors lead by 2.
With a tough road ahead, they worked hard to get a good shot.
Birch is gone 6 of 12 in the game from the floor. Here's Rondo. And the Clippers miss again.
This guy has not been a factor at all in this quarter, and it has hurt the team.
They get it back. Here's Birch. It's down. His 7th make in 13 attempts today.
I mean, they've been relentless. Just keep getting shots at the rim.
Now Los Angeles with it. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score. You hate to pile on, but his poor shooting night has really hurt the team.
Here's Flynn. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
They're really employing a deep-range initiative here in the 4th, and it's working.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
Toronto has gone 3 of 7 from the perimeter during the 4th. Shoots it from the high post. Offensive rebound.
And they've committed to controlling the boards, and it's paying dividends.
The Clippers trail. Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over.
Coach is not happy with their effort on the defensive glass. They're giving up way too many second chance points.
All right, time now to present our New Balance Player of the Game, Patrick Beverley.
Yeah, really the standout element of his game tonight was his offense and his ability to get inside by cutting the defense to shreds, finding lanes, even making them, and relentlessly attacking the hoop.
Anunoby, he's checked in for Toronto. Zubats, he's checked in for the Clippers. Beverly comes in for Rondo. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
During that last break, Coach Tyronn Lue had some advice for the team. He lit into them over their transition defense. He said, quote, enough is enough. Get back on D. We have to slow them down. The discrepancy in fast break points is eating at him. We'll see how they respond.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Well, the Clippers shooting around 51%. That's a good number. Launches it. He buries it from 3. He's got 24.
My goodness. Guys, you talk about embracing the moment, burying a key shot. Go ahead, Mr. Morris. We see you doing work.
And Toronto calls time here.
It looks now like he's in a lot of pain. They call timeout, and the trainer's going to have a chance to check him out.
The Raptors with a lead. To the middle. Here's Birch. Another possession, another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
Man, is he sharing the ball well, hitting his guys right in their spots. Now Los Angeles with it. And here's George. Fires from deep. Oh, and another 3 for the Clippers.
The shots we have come to expect from Paul George. This guy is cold-blooded.
And an Obi for 3. Doesn't go that time. The Clippers go the other way with it. Pass to George to tie it up. And yes, another basket.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. Now Birch. Outside Anunoby. Here's Flynn. Back to Anunoby. Takes a 3. He drops it from range. Anunoby's got 19.
You can see that OG Anunoby wants the opportunity to deliver in a big moment and does.
Pass to Beverly. Jacks up a 3. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got 8 assists in the game. The Raptors shooting 55% since the start of the 4th. Boucher, left side. Here's Mikhailuk. George defending. Anunoby for 3. It's hauled in by Beverly.
When you're not in rhythm with the 3 ball, why do you keep firing from there?
From deep. The shot misses. And Toronto will come the other way. Pass to Flynn. Back to Boucher. Kicks it out to Anunoby. 3-pointer. Laces one from 3.
And the stakes were high right there. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Offensive rebound. And it's slammed in by Zubats.
And I'll tell you what, this is a guy who doesn't take a break at all on the boards.
Yeah, doing serious work. He likes being an anchor on the glass.
Well, but his defenders keep forgetting to box him out. He continues to just make them pay.
Time called here. The Clippers decide to talk it over. They trail by 4. 27 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter of this one. Seven seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. To the paint. Zubac passes to George. Misses the 3. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
Time called here. The Raptors decide to talk it over. They're in front by 4. There's 18 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Boy, this lead is razor thin.
Yeah, BA, and there's a chance to extend that right here.
And now we've got an intentional foul. He gets the first, and that puts him up 5.
At the line for your Raptors, Malachi Flynn.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, just knocking them down from the charity stripe, extending the lead. Simple basketball.
So it's the Clippers now. Beverly finds Zubac. Here's man from the arc. And Anunoby pulls it down. Here's Boucher, yet another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
He's doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
So it's Toronto picking up the win. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yes, so true. They put on a show here at home, and I really think they had that extra swagger and confidence, too.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.